Good evening, good evening, good evening. What's going on? How is everybody today? I hope y'all had an amazing day today. Truly, this has been a beautiful, blessed day. It is Tuesday. I don't know if y'all can hear. I'm listening to the GPS in my ear at the same time. Why am I using GPS? In a city I live in. Why? Because there's always a better way. Okay, so I'm trying to get there faster. So hopefully y'all can't hear this. Hold on, let me turn this off. Hopefully I can turn it off while I'm on here. Hold on, I can turn it off on my phone, on my thing. All right, there we go. Okay, y'all. And so listen, I hope you all are having a blessed and wonderful day. Truly, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Man, it's been a super exciting, enlightening day for me. And I hope it has been for y'all as well. This is the Legendary Woman Check-in. I haven't done one of these in a little while here, but I wanted to do it because, listen, sometimes God drops stuff on me that is not just for me, and I know that. So I have to take the opportunity to share when I'm led to share it. And today was one of those days. And so I just pray that you are found not just in your bag financially, but that you in your bag spiritually, purposefully, destiny, all of that stuff. Because let me just tell you the revelation that God gave me, or what God showed me today. And this was it. So basically, sometimes we are in a place or in a season of our lives where we're trying to make all these different things happen, and I understand that, right? We all striving to be better, to lose weight, to buy a home, to get married, whatever it is. We all got goals and things that we are wanting to do. And that's a natural thing. Why? Because we are human beings, right? We here on earth, but we are spiritual, but yet we are human beings, right? And so, of course, we want to accomplish goals. Of course, we want to get out, have our dreams accomplished. Of course, we don't want to settle for less. We don't want to be mediocre, in our getting. We want to be able to live the quality of life and the abundant life that God said that we can have. So, of course, we're going to show up for that, right? We're going to do all that we can do to make that happen. But I wanted to just bring to your attention seasons, okay? I want to bring to your attention seasons. And why seasons today? Well, sometimes you may be in a place in your life where, you know, you're trying to accomplish something, and it may even be the very desire of your heart. Now, this is not to discourage you from doing anything, right, that you feel that God has led you to do. But I'm simply saying you may be in a season of your life where, you're trying to accomplish certain things and you're excited about it. And guess what? Nothing is moving. Guess what? Nothing is shaking. And it's not even that you're not qualified to do it. It's not that you're not called to do it, but God called you to do something else before that. Jesus. He called you to do something before that. See, and all our getting, we got to get an understanding of what God is saying in these seasons. Because what we don't want to do is be found in the wrong season, totally unprepared, totally unproductive, totally depressed, stressed, because why? We not even properly dressed for the season that we're in. What would I look like? It's summertime and I got a whole snowsuit on. I got on a hat and gloves and boots. Y'all would be looking at me crazy. And it would be obvious to you that I'm confused or something is wrong because I'm trying to make something happen, but it's not the proper time yet. It's not that winter isn't coming. But what's happening is it's not winter yet. And so I may be preparing or doing something prematurely, or I may be in a place prematurely that it wasn't that time yet. And so guess what? We could be working on something, doing things, trying to accomplish things, and it wasn't the time for that yet. So guess what? It just won't work. It just won't work. Have you ever been in a place in your life where you like, man, this is just not working? Have you surrounded yourself with truth tellers who would actually tell you, you know what, that ain't gonna work. That's not the right, it's not the right time for that. You really shouldn't be doing that right now. Are you surrounding yourself with people that will tell you the truth about your situation? Or will they just let you go blindly and doing whatever it is that you want to do because it sounds good and it's a good thing, right? But the truth of the matter is, it's summertime though. And you are preparing for winter and it's summer. So I know that I'm using different terms, right? But I think y'all can understand, totally understand what I'm saying. You got to do what God called you to do, period. Let's just shoot it straight. Don't be up in here trying to get married, right? And you haven't even, what's the word I'm looking for? Mastered the art of being alone, being godly by yourself. Do you think that by getting married, that's going to automatically and somehow surprisingly make you more godly and a good wife? Because I promise you, baby, it ain't happening like that. It takes work. It takes dedication because it ain't got nothing to do with, oh, well, I love, we in love. It don't got nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is it's a commitment that we made to each other to stay, right? Regardless of how I feel about you today, tomorrow, yesterday, what you did, whatever. It's a commitment that I made. And so it's not something that's predicated on how I feel. Okay. And so we want these different things, but the truth is we haven't even prepared for or done the stuff that God is requiring us to do. We do not have time to waste, man. We don't have time to waste, woman. I'm telling you, we do not have time to waste on the trivial things of life. And we trying to move the needle in other areas. And then it's interesting how we can be trying to move the needle in different areas. And guess what? We have all of a sudden got depressed, stressed, frustrated, suicidal because we feel like it's not working. Well, maybe God tried it up. Because he said, if I allow this thing to flourish where you're at, guess what? You'll think that you're supposed to be there. But God will shut it down and tell you, no, baby, I didn't tell you to do that. I gave you the power to do that, but it got to be in the right time. So of course, if it's summertime, yeah, I got the on, some winter clothes. But how about this? I can die out there. I can have an entire heat stroke out there if I'm not careful because I'm not properly dressed. I got the seasons mixed up. And so this is not to encourage you to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing. This is to encourage you to stay focused on the seasons of your life, where you're at and what you're supposed to be doing. There are places that we're supposed to be. And I'm telling you what, when you get in a place that you're supposed to be at, that's when you're going to flourish. That's when the other stuff is going to start working. That's when it's going to start popping. But not before that. Not before that, right? It's not going to happen before that. And so we have to be so careful, sure that we are honoring the season that we in, that we honoring the God that sent us to do the work that we're doing. Okay? Because it's not that it's not a good work, but it may not be time for that yet. I have been studying the book of Nehemiah, and I promise you, it has been such an encouragement. It has been such, it has ministered to my heart greatly simply because of how the work, first of all, how it came to Nehemiah about the work that had to be done, you know. And if you've read the book of Nehemiah or studied it at any length, you know that there were some people that came to where Nehemiah was and they gave a report on the city, right? And they talked about the wall being destroyed and talked about the state of the city. And so that definitely moved him with compassion. He was totally devastated to hear the news on what was happening in that city, right? And so he decided and he prayed about it, of course, but then God laid that assignment on him to go rebuild the wall. And even as he went to go and rebuild the wall, there was a lot of opposition that came. There were a lot of enemies that came as he was in the building process or even trying to get it done before he even put hammer to nail. Here we go with the haters coming out the woodwork talking about what it's not going to do, right? How it's not going to be stable, how it's not going to be a solid foundation. Those are the things that happened in that time. But nevertheless, the people had a mind to work. And see, if it was not for Nehemiah and the people to be able to build this wall together, guess what? It would have fell down. They would have been utterly destroyed. But the truth of the matter is that wall got built quickly because they were in unison, right? They were united. But it was the time and the plan of God for him to do that at that time. I don't know what would have happened if he decided to try to do all of that years prior or whatever. I don't know. But one thing I do know is there are seasons in our lives where we have to acknowledge where we're at, and it's okay, right? To stop doing what you're doing so that you can go to what you need to be doing. Because we can't be focused on disappointing people. We got to be focused on disappointing God. And I know that you want to get paid. And I know that you want to get married. And I know that there are some things that you desire in your heart. But what is God telling you to do first? We cannot negate what he is telling us to do first. Because if we totally ignore that, it's quite possible that we won't get it done. That our attention will be in a whole nother place, in a whole nother season. And we're about to get shut down. And we don't even know it. We think we thriving, winning, killing it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that thing ain't giving honor to God right now because God said, no, I need you to do this. Because see, we don't know why he's telling us to do that first. So we can't choose. We can't choose. We can't be the one to choose to say, okay, I think what I'm going to do first is this and that. Now, of course, God gives us autonomy, but we got to be led by the Spirit. And I just want to encourage you, ladies, be led by the Spirit in whatever it is that you're doing, the choices that you make and the decisions that is faced before you today. I pray that you would get some wisdom, seek some sound counsel, people who love you, care about you, right? Who will speak into your life, who will help you, because you need to be decided correctly. We don't have time like this here. We really don't. We just saw that people just died, at a Dollar General in I forget what state it was. I want to say Arkansas, but I could be wrong. But we see them people die. Bet you they woke up, in the morning, they might have prayed, whatever. But those people did not know that they was going to Dollar General to die. They didn't know that. They did not know that, y'all. And so this is a time for us to make sure that we are in our purpose bag. You hear me? That we are in our purpose. That we are working and tilling the ground that we're supposed to be tilling right now. Right now. It is so tempting for us to go after all the things that we see. That God tells us, okay, you can have this, you can have that, and you can have that, and you can have that. But we got to come back to him and say, okay, God, but which one do I do first? Can I do these all at the same time effectively? Or do I need to do this first and then do this second and do this third? Like, how do I do that? And we got to be able to be okay with that decision because it's him that blessed us with the activities of our limbs. We didn't bless ourselves. He blessed us. And so because he blessed us with that, we got to honor him with the work that we're doing within ourselves. We have to honor him, right? By doing the things that he wants us to do. I'm speaking from experience. I'm telling you today, I'm speaking from experience. And I am so grateful that God did not allow me to be consumed in my decision making about what I wanted to do first, about what I thought would be appropriate. Because everything that I might think is appropriate and right now, it doesn't mean it's God, though. It doesn't mean I'm supposed to be doing that right now. It doesn't mean that that's the lane I'm supposed to be in right now. Can we do all things through Christ that gives us the strength? Yes, we can. But we have to move with wisdom. We got to move with direction. We got to know what we're doing, where we're going, when to do it, why to do it, how long to do it. All those things is important. I'm checking in with y'all today, and I wanted to drop that on you. Just seeing where you at with your purpose. Where you at with that? Are you still in a situation that you're not supposed to be in that God told you to get out of a long time ago? Whatever the situation is, whether it be a job, whether it be a relationship, whether it be, hate to say it, but a ministry. See, it's a lot of things that we in that we supposed to have been going. So everybody don't like to hear that type of stuff, but I'm gonna speak the truth as long as I'm on my Facebook. Okay? As long as I'm on my live, I'm gonna speak the truth. And I'm gonna speak what I want to speak. And so whatever it is that you're in that God is saying you ain't supposed to be over there now, you might want to consider that. Like seriously consider that and then do it. And then move on it. You can't be worried about, well, man, what's going to happen if this or what they going to say if I do this. Who cares? Because what is God going to say? Because he definitely is going to have the final say. And so please do not get caught up on he said, she said, they going to do, he going to do. They look like they about to do, because it really doesn't matter. What matters is who God called you to be right now in this season. Do not ignore that. Do not lay that down. I want to encourage you to pick it back up today. Pick it back up today. It doesn't matter how long you put it down for, but if you want to be found, you want to be found doing what you're supposed to be doing. You want to be found in your purpose bag. How about that? Not in your money bag, not in your, whatever bag. You want to be found in your purpose bag. Above all else, let's move out on the things of God in the name of Jesus. And I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that that looks like something different for every woman that's going to watch this live. None of us are exactly alike. We may have some similarities. Some of us may do some of the same stuff, but I tell you, the seasons are different. Because you doing this don't mean I'm supposed to be doing this right now, and vice versa. So we got to be led by God. We don't want to be led by what other people are doing, but you got to be led by God in what you're doing. The Bible says in all you're getting, get an understanding. And I'm about to end this live. Waiting for my child. I don't know where she at. That's probably her right there. Well, anyway, that's all I got for you, ladies. I hope you had an amazing day today. I definitely have. I got another meeting at 7 o'clock, but I just pray that you take heed to this. Take heed to this today. Take heed to it. Um, Wherever you fit in, get in where you fit in. You know, all of that good stuff, because we got stuff that we got to do. And we do not have time to waste. We have time to spend, but we do not have time to waste. And this may be the last opportunity. This might be the last warning that you get from God to do what you're supposed to be doing right now. So, girl, get busy. All right? Make it happen. Don't make the excuses. Just do it today. Just start it. I mean, just even start it. Think about it, okay? You may not have thought about it for 3 years, but baby, come on, bring it back out, okay? Dust it back off and let's make it do what it do. All right, so that's all I got for you today. So I am signing off, Coach Monique Beck. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Take care.